Hello, welcome. My name's Sarah. I will be taking you through a yoga practice today for your pelvis. So really supporting any kind of pelvic pain that you might be experiencing due to perhaps menstrual pain, endometriosis, even if you're feeling a little bit full or cramping or abdominal pain of any sort. This practice is for you, but also you can actually just take part in this practice even if you don't have pelvic pain, because it's very relaxing. And as you can see in the background, I have a few props today. So I have my bolster, I have a block, my yoga mat, I have a blanket, a few optionals as well. I have a hot water bottle, an eye mask, and what else have I got? Oh, thick socks. They're a must-have. And just ensuring, sorry, as I adjust my AirPods there, just remember just to have really loose, comfortable clothing, especially even if leggings might even be a little bit too tight, but just something that's really soft around your waist, something that you can really move in would be ideal in this situation as well. And what else? Oh, I've made a Spotify playlist to go along with this sequence because it's quite restorative. And so if you have another device and want to play that along, please feel free. So I've actually included the link below. It's a private link, so yeah, you can get access there. So that is specific for this session here. So get yourself ready. I'll get myself on the mat. Here we go. Oops. So to begin with, I have my bolster and my block upright here. If you don't have a bolster, I probably would suggest even maybe a couch cushion, depending on what your couch is like, but a couch cushion would be really quite handy because it's actually a little bit firmer. I don't think blankets rolled up would probably support you, but if you did just have blankets, you could probably not have the bolster and then just have a lot of blankets rolled up. Even a big bed quilt would be probably ideal as well. So just depending on what you have. I mean, obviously you don't need the block either. I mean, I just like it because it's got a little bit of height. Now I'm going to put my socks on. I've got my hot water bottle there. Obviously that's all optional. Excuse me while I get ready, and perhaps that you can also get ready as well. Okay, and just making sure that your toes, big toes are touching, your knees are wide. You can shimmy right up to the bolster if you like, and just allowing your chest to fall onto the bolster. You can pick a side of your cheek and just bringing your hot water bottle right down to where you need it, and taking a rest and just placing your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Closing down your eyes. And just let gravity take over. Really feel your shoulders drawing towards the earth. Your pelvis not being tense. Just taking notice of your breathing. You might just start to naturally lengthen your breath. noticing when you breathe in and out how that changes the contact you have beneath you. Taking deep inhalation, and then on your exhalation just using your hands to push your torso off your bolster, just so you can remove your hot water bottle if you have one at the moment, and then just shimmying on back towards the back of your mat, coming onto your hands and knees. So just adjusting your wrists so they're underneath your shoulders, your fingers are wide spread. And then your knees are hip width apart, and they're also underneath your hips as well. And just taking some of your cat-cow postures here. So on the inhale, lifting your chest and your tailbone, looking forward. Exhale, tucking your chin towards your chest, tucking your tailbone under. And then inhale, lifting, opening up your heart space. Exhale, rounding. And you can always start to bend your elbows just to make the movement a little bit more fluid. Rounding your back and spine. You might even like to swing your hips a little bit into this movement by looking over your shoulder and drawing the same hip on the same side towards your shoulder as well. And then rounding, squeezing out the air of your lungs, and then inhaling. Maybe looking over your opposite shoulder. It's just a really gentle way of waking up your spine. And then coming into your next position, just taking your block away and coming onto your side. So your side hip is up against your bolster. And then bringing your chest is coming onto the bolster, but your back arm is behind, resting behind and off the bolster. Now with your legs, you've got a few options. You could either keep them both bent if you like, or you can extend one leg, and if you have another cushion or even a block, you can take your knee, bend your top leg and place your knee on there for support. And if you still want to use your hot water bottle, you can, just making it, adjusting and just placing your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Closing down your eyes. before you come out of this position, you always have an option if you like to perhaps extend your arm beside your hip so it's resting on your top hip, and if you like to inhale, drawing your arm back over, then exhale, inhale, drawing it all the way over, and then exhale again. Obviously that's an option if you like to do that or not. And then on your inhale, taking a deep breath in, and then exhale, using your hands to lift your torso back up, removing your bolster from underneath you. And then from here, adjusting your bolster. So you're coming and bringing your knee up towards the outside of your bolster. So you're bending your knee and bringing your heel so it'll be extending to your hip. And just allowing your back leg to stretch along. You can adjust your bolster by bringing it closer to your pelvis and also your water bottle. And then if you'd like to have some support, you can't see at the moment, but you'll be able to see one on the other side. But you can always, on your side of your bottom that's maybe risen, and if you'd like to put some support there, you can place your block there if you like. And then from here, all you're doing is just allowing your hands to walk away from you so you can bring your chest down to your bolster. And then closing down your eyes if that feels nice. And then taking a deep inhalation. And then on your exhalation, using your palms of your hands to raise your chest up, gently rolling your body onto your buttock that's raised, so you can gently bring your back knee towards you. And then just to bring out some jiggles and niggles, you can bring your hands in front of you underneath your shoulders, bending your knees, tucking your toes under, and then on the exhale coming into a downward facing dog. Create some movement with your hips, using your hands to push your mat away as you extend your hips away from you, lengthening your spine. Remembering to breathe as naturally as possible. And then on your exhale, bringing your knees back down to the mat. And then coming to the opposite side. So I'm shifting my bolster, you don't need to shift yours. So at least then you can see what's going on. And then once again, coming into the opposite side. So you've got the opposite side of your hip. You can bend your knees to begin with, adjusting your hot water bottle if you have one, lowering your chest onto your bolster. If you can either keep both your knees bent, or you can extend the bottom one and then perhaps use a pillow or your block for your knee support, and just allowing your chest and your head to rest. I have my back hand, forearm resting on the floor on the opposite side of the bolster. And if you feel inclined, you can close down your eyes. Use your breath as an anchor just to focus your mind. If you notice your mind wandering, thinking about things that you need to do, just gently guiding your mind back to perhaps your breath or the sense of touch. Just see if you are tensing any muscles or parts of your body, if you can soften them with your breath. And then taking a deep inhalation. And then on your exhalation, using your hands to push into the mat to lift your chest up. Taking your knee off the block. Coming into your next position, which is supported swan. So keeping your bolster long. And in hindsight, I probably should have actually showed you on the opposite leg, so then you would have at least seen my block. So, excuse me, Marty. You just hop over there. I just seem to be having great difficulty with my iPods today, my AirPods. Right, so we're going to bend your right knee so your foot is coming towards your hip, extending your back leg behind you, using your block if you need to support bottom, drawing your bolster or your towels close to your pelvis, adjusting your hot water bottle if you have one, and then allowing your chest to come down onto your bolster, resting, closing down your eyes. And then on the inhale, and then exhaling, using your hands to lift your torso back up. Gently coming onto your opposite bottom, removing your block. And from here, you can probably take the bolster to the side, perhaps using that for Shavasana, and your hot water bottle, and then coming into waterfall. So this is a really lovely restorative position just for even just supporting your nervous system, just to really calm yourself down, really just to initiate that parasympathetic nervous system response. So it's just lovely how it just all your blood flows to the top half of your body. So you can just take your hip close to the wall, and all you need to do is just come back onto your forearms. This is how I generally get up, and then kick your legs up, and as you kick your legs up, you're turning your body so you're facing the wall, your legs are up, resting long. You can either have your hands long by your side, or you could even probably place your hands on your belly. If you wanted to use your hot water bottle, you could even just place it over your belly, which would be quite nice. And just close down your eyes if you wish. There's really nothing that you need to be holding in any of these positions. It's all resting and letting gravity just do its thing. And to get out of this position, all you need to do is perhaps remove your hot water bottle and just roll to the side, bending your knees, using your hot top hand to push yourself back up, and getting yourself ready for Shavasana. So if you feel like you need to, get my blanket actually, to take any other movements. So perhaps other movements would include drawing your knees up towards your chest so you can wrap your hands around your shins and your knees and gently rock from side to side. That's a really nice hold and posture to take when you have pelvic pain. Or you can even bend your knees and drop your knees from one side for a gentle twist. And then you can also bring your knees to the middle and then drop your knees to the opposite side. And then when you're ready, bring your knees up to center again, getting yourself ready for Shavasana. I like to use a bolster underneath my knees. I got my water bottle nearby. I've also got an eye pillow, but they're always optional. They're not a necessity. And then lengthening my blanket. Taking my bolster, so placing it over my belly, my pelvis. And then using my eye pillow. Just letting my body rest. And also having this weight over your eyes also initiates a calming response in your body. Creating some movement in your fingers and toes by giving them a wiggle, maybe pointing your toes away from you or stretching your hands over your head, and then just rolling over to your preferred side for a moment. And then using your top hand to push yourself back up. However that looks with your blankies. And then bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra. Just taking a moment to recognize your practice, knowing that your body and mind will benefit from allowing you to create some space and time to practice these postures. And hopefully you gain some relief if you are experiencing any pelvic pain at the moment. And opening your eyes. Thank you everyone for attending. And knowing that also any of these postures you can extend the hold for you if you like, or you can shorten them. Once you actually know the postures, you can easily take yourself through the process as well. But if you have any questions, please let me know, or any requests. Otherwise, have a fabulous day. See you then.